My name is Zhou, and I live in Melbourne on the land of Wurundjeri people. I'm mainly situated in public space, and I looked into a lot of temporal and spatial condition of the space, which I would consider things like objects, spaces, and people that are inhabiting in the space. And my practice comes from my own, I guess, embodied experiences, and I would go out for a walk and to see what happens. I guess I'm really interested into using my own perspective, engaging with things that are unseen or people often don't always see it, and then also amplify the existence as a way to disrupt the idea of normativity and what we think as how things should be. And my practice is influenced by my backgrounds in interior design, which it inspired me to see the space as something that is relational, that is not just a static thing, but it can exist between people, or between like a dialogue, and become like a situation that we come in and come out. I entered the prize because I felt really inspired by the judges' practice and also past finalists, their projects. And I also thought there wasn't that many opportunities, especially for me who work a lot in public spaces, and to, I guess, opportunities like this to develop a project or a practice. I always find myself not knowing what I want to do. So what I did was just going out for a walk and then just see what happens. And that's mostly the start of everything. And I guess one project I did with the pigeon was literally just I went out for a walk and then I just saw pigeons in the street. And I just had this idea, like maybe I can just go for a walk with them instead of just by myself. And so I filmed it and then adding some captions, which at the same time there were a lot of different inner thoughts I have, like my insecurity when I was walking in the street, taking a camera, and that become a layer of the work that I do. And which I guess kind of just shared, it becomes like a dialogue I have with the pigeons. I was looking around Fat Squares and the architecture space and the architecture, which I found it really interesting because the building was constructed over the railway, and then they put the almost like anti-vibration, that kind of structure into the space, so you don't hear too much train, or like you don't feel vibrated when the train comes past. But when I was at the car park, that was like a space that was totally different, have a totally different experience, which that really inspired me to look further into this, I guess, aesthetic of the space and the material that I use, and I guess just in general why it's having that kind of character comparing to the other spaces around Fat Square. I recently did a project that is about the underground waterway in Melbourne CBD, and it's coming from my own perspective as a visitor to the city, where I didn't know about the underground, like the waterway that exists underground, but it's part of our everyday life of living in the city. And I came across it one day as also during a walk, and then I just start, and that project became a sound-based public art intervention to amplifying the waterways that is underneath our city. And yeah, that project was, I guess I was really interested in the waterway as something that is there, but I don't know about it until maybe someone told me, or I discovered about it.